Hey there, Gerald here again. Time for another progress update. This time, it's quite a bit. I'll see how much I can get into the video. First part would be the hints. I include a hint system, and essentially what that is if the player doesn't, it takes a while to click on any of the matches on the screen, then a little hint system will give them a hint of what they can, the next move they can make. So for example, in this screen that I have up here, I see this, you have to click on at least two or more in this level of the same game piece. So here there's three options. I can click on these two yellow, or these two red, or these two green. And if I wait too long, you can see they do this like little twitch thing, just to give the player a hint, saying, hey, you can click on me, right? You have the option to change how long the hint timer actually works for. For example, you can see it running over here. All I gotta do is change this. So just for an example, if I set it to like 300, it's going to take longer before the hint actually will display. And likewise, if I set it to a lower number, like say 50, it'll give the hint more often. So I think you see the point. Yeah. So I'm going to just put the back up to like 200. So, and this also works for power-ups too, but I'll show you that in a second. So I'm just going to click this, see if I can get it down so that there's no moves left, because that's the other thing I worked on, is when there is no moves left, the board should shuffle. And there we go. See, so no more moves left, the board automatically shuffles. I'll show you one more time. There we go. Okay, so I'll show you, it works with this hint system works with the power-ups too. So go back into here. I got three power-ups: row destroyer, column destroyer, and a bomb. And again, that's the only moves that are available right now are those. So it'll randomly pick one of them to give you a little twitch thing again there, a little effect to indicate, hey, you can use, this is a move you can do. So click on it, and if you don't want to use the power-ups in the hint system, then I'll include instructions on how to take that out. So there are some games out there like that, but that's up to you and the options there. Okay, so that's that. Now I'll move on to, what's the next thing? Oh, I redid the whole power-ups in this engine, and I included three of the most basic ones that you see in a lot of this games like this. So it would be road destroyer, column destroyer, and a bomb. Restart this, and a bomb. And a bomb will take out a 3x3 grid, so 9 blocks. Road destroyer obviously takes out a row of objects, and a column destroyer takes out a column of objects. And the last one would be, I call it a disco ball, and you see that in some games. So if you click on the disco ball and it's a certain color, then it'll remove all the game pieces of that color. I'll show you that in a sec here. Actually, what I'll do is I'll bring up my editor, and I got two screens going on here, so my editor's on another screen. I'll just drag it over here. That's the level that you see here, so it's level 2, and I will just add one of these disco balls. Obviously these are just placeholder graphics, you make your own, and we'll just save that. Now we'll quit this, restart it, go back into level 2. Alright, so there's the two disco balls. So a row or a column destroyer, click on it, removes a column. Row destroyer, click on it, removes a row. Or they can also be called rockets. I think I called them rockets in here. Bomb, click on it, and 3x3 grid of objects it'll destroy. And disco balls. So if I click on this, all the red game pieces should be removed. And likewise with the blue disco ball. Now all that's happening pretty fast, and it's kind of hard to see what's going on. So I have the option, I can slow it down so you can actually see what's going on. So that's what I'll do. I'm going to restart this level. And I got a thing I called power up delay. Now over here, what do I have it set at? I have it set at 2. Essentially what this does, it allows you to set how long it takes for the power-ups to remove things. So if I put this at 50, let's say, okay. Now if I click on this column destroyer, that's just, it'll show you what's actually happening. Same with the bomb. So you can see a 3x3 grid there. And as you click this one, all the blue ones should be removed. And same with the red one. Okay. Now this power up delay, I left it in there. I left it in there for a reason. Because in the engine that I'm going to put out, there's not going to be any special effects. So that's something you'll have to add in. And for each power up, you can control how long it takes for the power up to work. So in other words, I'll restart this. Let's say I get this, I click on this column destroyer. Maybe I want a couple, we'll call it a rocket. So if I click on the rocket, once I click on it, you see 2 little rockets go up and down the screen after you click it. I think you know what I'm talking about. And the same thing with the row rocket here. You click on it and you see like little rockets shoot out like this. By being able to set this power up delay for each individual power up, you can put that effect in there. Now you play around with the numbers, and it'll all be included in instructions anyway. Same with the bomb. You click on it, and maybe you want some kind of an explosion going on. While setting the power up delay allows you to do that, and same with these. Okay. You also have the ability, and you can remove this this option that I'm going to mention here if you want to. So that's if one power up, if you click on a power up, say for example this row rocket here, and it hits this column rocket, it will activate it, and then it will remove this column. So you can activate a power up from another power up. Like I said, you can remove that if you don't want it, and it depends on the type of game you're making, I guess. So for example, I'll show you. I'm going to click on this row and see that it happened pretty fast. I'll slow it down so you can see what's going on. Try 50 there. Okay, so I click on the row again. It should activate this column like so. Same thing. Let me go back into my editor here. I'll set up a little scenario. Okay, so let's say I got this bomb here. So when I click on that bomb, it should activate that row, and in return should activate this column. And we'll, for good measure, we'll throw this one down here. And then once this activates, it should activate this row, or this row again. And once that happens, it should activate this disco ball and this red disco ball. So we'll save that. Start up a game again. And it's over here. So it's level 2. So let's try it. So we click on this bomb. Oh, I forgot to do something here. Oh. There, so it all happened pretty fast. And like I said, there's other options here where you can set these other delays to create a really cool effect. Alright, so what's next? What else did I do? Oh, you can combine the power-ups. Okay, so combining power-ups, and that's if 2 or more power-ups are laying beside each other. I think I have one set up. Level 3? Nope. Level 4? Yeah, here we go. So here's one. Actually, let me take these other ones out. I'll leave them in. So we got a column rocket and a bomb. If we click on those, and you can have a little effect here too. Maybe it's, when they're connected like this, there's a little glowing thing behind them or whatever. That's an option that you can put in yourself. So if you click on these two, they should combine together and create another better power up. So if we combine these right now, and I know that happened kind of fast, so let's slow it down. Try it again. There. So what happens, because a lot of things get destroyed there, because these actually hit another one, and they hit another one. But essentially, right now, what these two do. Let me take out. Let me go in here. I'm in my editor right now, switching this. Save it. Okay, go back. So what was that? Level 4. Nope. Level 3. No. Nope. Alright, let's do this one. This is a row and a column rocket. When I click on this, it's going to create one that does both at the same time. Like so. Restart, slow it down. Let's see it again in action. Let's slow it down a little more. These are blockers, these here. They're just, they block these blocks from falling down. They have numbers on them just to represent, like every time you click on a block beside them, it reduces their number, their health. Same thing with the power up. Power up hits it and reduces its health. Alright, let's try it again. 100. Alright. There, so I took out the row and the column at the same time. I call that power up whatever you want. Okay, let's go back here and try this one. Nope. Let me start it here. Level 6. There we go. Okay, so here we got a bomb and a column destroyer. If we can, let's slow it down first, so you see what happens. So you can see it take out a 3x3 vertically and horizontally. Let's try it again. Yeah. And of course, I mean, at normal speed, that's what happens, right? Alright, let's try another one. And what can we do? How about combining 2 disco balls? Let's go to level. I would do this one. We'll just switch the power ups. Alright, we'll add 2 disco balls. So what that will essentially do is remove everything on the board at once. What level was that? That was level 6. So we get the 2 disco ball here, combine them together, and it wipes out everything at once. Let's slow that down again. See, that's what happens. It literally takes everything out. And that works with blockers too. As an example, let's put some blockers in here. Put some colored ones in. Sure. Do a random health for all of them. We'll save it. Let's restart this. That was level 6, so you can see all the blockers here. So this, when you click on these two, it removes everything, plus it'll take 1 health from all of the blockers. Like so. Okie dokie. So what happens if you combine, say, one of the disco balls with one of the rockets or one of the bombs? Good question. Let's try that out too. So let's remove all those. Let's remove those for a minute. Okay, we'll take another disco ball, put it over here, and we'll add one of the row rocket here. I'll save that. Restart this. Level 6. Alright, so what happens, and you see this in a lot of games, when you combine another power up with a disco ball, it'll, whatever color the disco ball is, it'll change all those game pieces of that color into one of these rockets, and it'll be random. It could be a row or a column rocket. So, like so. And again, you can put your own little effect in here. That's just for showing you. So once it creates all the rockets, it then puts them all into a queue, and it'll activate them one at a time until they're all gone. And also, if they combine, if they hit another power up when they're going through their queue, then those will be destroyed too. So try it again. I'll slow it down so you can see. And you can have a nice little maybe lightning effect for every one that it hits. It'll change it into a it's going slow because I slowed it down. Another option you have too, this is called the disco ball combo delay, and what it is for this. So you can slow it down or speed it up, how quickly it'll create all the different rockets as it's doing it, if that made sense. So currently I have that set at 2, disco combo time. Oh no, this is supposed to be this is the delay time right here. So let's say if I put that at 500, we'll see what happens now. It takes a little longer. That gives you an opportunity to put whatever effect in that you want. Maybe it's like a lightning bolt that hits each color as it changes it into a rocket, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that's that. So what happens if it's a disco ball and a bomb? Let's try. We'll save that in our editor and restart the game. So that was level 6. So this time it's a disco ball and a bomb. So now all these are in a queue and they blow up one at a time. Okay. Also, I should mention, let's slow that down again. It'll randomly pick a red game piece as it does it. There's no particular order. It's random. So okay. So what else? I think I'm brain dead here. I think that's it for the power-ups right now. You can add more power-ups. The options will be there to do it, and it'll all be explained how to do it later. Maybe I can do this, the drop delay. So essentially what this is, well, I'll show you. Currently right now, if I click on these, everything happens like really fast, right? If I lower that by increasing the number, you see how long it takes for everything to drop down. I put that in there essentially at first because it was more for me debugging what was going on, but I'm leaving it in there because maybe you want to put some kind of effect in there. Maybe something happens in the background, whatever. And it's there, and you can play around with that number. And if you add that number with a power up, so I'll say here, put this power up here. Let's put that back to 50 again, and then the power up delay to 50. This is extreme, but okay, we see what happens. Anyway, it makes sense once you get this engine in your hands and you start adding effects and stuff. It all makes sense then. And this click delay, it's what that is. Let's restart here. Same thing. Let's say I put the click delay up to 50, and then I click on. It takes that long before you can click on anything else. Anyway, I'm not explaining that right, but it's because I'm getting tired. I think that's it for now. I know I have some other stuff that I've done, but I should give you a bit of an update on what's going on. Still working on it, slowly but surely. Thanks for watching.